Alan R. Moon. Ticket to Ride. The Cross Country Train Adventure Game. On a blustery autumn evening, 5 old friends met in the back room of one of the city's oldest and most private clubs. Each had traveled a long distance, from all corners of the world, to meet on this very specific day, October 2nd, 1900, 28 years to the day that the London eccentric Phileas Fogg accepted and then won a €20,000 bet that he could travel around the world in 80 days. When the story of Fogg's triumphant journey filled all the newspapers of the day, the 5 attended university together. Inspired by his impetuous gamble and a few pints from the local pub, the group commemorated his circumnavigation with a more modest excursion and wager. A bottle of good claret to the first to make it to Le Procope in Paris. Each succeeding year, they met to celebrate the anniversary and pay tribute to Fogg. And each year, a new expedition, always more difficult, with a new wager, always more expensive, was proposed. Now, at the dawn of the century, it was time for a new impossible journey. The stakes, $1 million in a winner-takes-all competition. The objective, to see which of them could travel by rail to the most cities in North America in just 7 days. The journey would begin immediately. Ticket to Ride is a cross-country train adventure. Players compete to connect different cities by laying claim to railway routes on a map of North America. For 2 to 5 players, ages 8 and above, 30 to 60 minutes. Days of Wonder. Components: 1 board map of North American train routes, 240 colored train cars, 45 each in blue, red, green, yellow, and black, plus some extra replacement cars in each color. 144 illustrated cards, 110 train car cards, 12 of each, of box, passenger, tanker, reefer, freight, hopper, coal, and caboose cars, plus 14 locomotives. 1 summary card, 30 destination ticket cards, 1 longest continuous path bonus card, 1 promotional card for additional maps, 1 Days of Wonder promotional card, 5 wooden scoring markers, 1 for each player in blue, red, green, yellow, and black, 1 rules booklet, 1 Days of Wonder online access number. Setting up the game. Place the board map in the center of the table. Each player takes a set of 45 colored train cars, along with its matching scoring marker. Each player places his scoring marker on start, on the scoring track running along the map's border. Throughout the game, each time a player scores points, he will advance his scoring marker accordingly. Shuffle the train car cards and deal a starting hand of 4 cards to each player. Place the remaining deck of train car cards near the board and turn the top 5 cards from the deck face up. Place the longest path bonus card face up next to the board. Shuffle the destination ticket cards and deal 3 cards to each player. Each player looks at their destination tickets and decides which ones they wish to keep. A player must keep at least 2, but may keep all 3 if he chooses. Any returned cards are placed on the bottom of the destination ticket deck. This deck is then placed next to the board. Players keep their destination tickets secret until the end of the game. You are now ready to begin. Object of the game. The object of the game is to score the highest number of total points. Points can be scored by claiming a route between two adjacent cities on the map, successfully completing a continuous path of routes between two cities listed on your destination ticket or tickets, completing the longest continuous path of routes. Points are lost if you do not successfully complete the route given on the destination ticket or tickets you kept. The game turn. The player who is the most experienced traveler goes first. Play then proceeds clockwise around the table, each player taking one turn at a time until the game ends. On his turn, a player must perform one and only one of the following three actions. Draw train car cards. The player may draw two train car cards. He may take any of the face-up cards, or he may draw the top card from the deck. This is a blind draw. If he draws a face-up card, he immediately turns a replacement card face-up from the deck. He then draws his second card, either from the face-up cards or from the top of the deck. See train car cards for special rules for locomotive cards. Claim a route. The player may claim a route on the board by playing a set of train car cards that match the color and length of the route, and then placing one of his colored trains on each space of this route. He then records his score by moving his scoring marker the appropriate number of spaces. See route scoring table along the scoring track on the board. Draw destination tickets. The player draws 3 destination tickets from the top of the deck. He must keep at least one of them, but he may keep 2 or all 3 if he chooses. Any return cards are placed on the bottom of the deck. Train car cards. There are 8 types of regular train car cards, plus locomotive cars. The colors of each type of train car card match various routes between cities on the board: purple, blue, orange, white, green, yellow, black, and red. Locomotives are multicolored and act as a wild card that can be part of any set of cards when claiming a route. If a locomotive card is one of the 5 face-up cards, the player who draws it may only draw 1 card instead of 2. If, after having drawn 1 card, the replacement card is a locomotive, the player cannot take it. If at any time 3 of the 5 face-up cards are locomotives, all 5 cards are immediately discarded and 5 new ones are turned face up to replace them. Note, if a player is lucky enough to get a locomotive from the top of the deck in a blind draw, it still counts as a single card, and he may still draw a total of 2 cards that turn. A player may have any number of cards in his hand at any time. When the deck is exhausted, the discards are reshuffled into a new draw pile deck. The cards should be shuffled thoroughly since all cards have been discarded in sets. In the unlikely event that there are no cards left in the deck and there are no discards because players are hoarding many cards in their hands, a player cannot draw train car cards. Instead, he may only claim a route or draw destination ticket cards. Claiming routes. To claim a route, a player must play a set of cards equal to the number of spaces in the route. A set of cards must be of the same type. Most routes require a specific type of set. For example, A blue route must be claimed by using blue-colored passenger car cards. Some routes, those that are gray-colored, can be claimed using a set of cards of any one color. When a route is claimed, the player places one of his plastic trains in each of the spaces of the route. All the cards in the set used to claim the route are then discarded. Example 1. To claim the route from Montreal to New York, a player would need a set of 3 blue passenger car cards. Example 2. To claim the route from Montreal to Toronto, a player could use any set of train car cards, as long as they are of the same type. A player may claim any open route on the board. He is never required to connect to any of his previously played routes. A player may only claim a maximum of 1 route, hence connect 2 adjacent cities, never more on his turn. Some cities are connected by double routes. A player cannot claim both routes to the same cities. Important note: in a 2 or 3 player game, only one of the double routes can be used. A player can claim either of the 2 routes between cities, but the other route is then closed to other players. Route scoring table. When a player claims a route, he records the points he receives by moving his scoring marker on the scoring track. Drawing destination ticket cards. A player can use his turn to draw more destination ticket cards. To do so, he draws 3 new cards from the top of the destination ticket deck. He must keep at least 1 of the cards. But he may also keep 2 or all 3 if he chooses. If there are less than 3 destination tickets left in the deck, the player only draws the cards that are available. Any returned cards are placed on the bottom of the destination ticket deck. Each destination ticket includes the name